As we celebrate Independence Day, I'd like to take this occasion to focus on the two industries in all Pakistan that are never affected either by economic recession or power failures. And those are the rumour factories and the conspiracy mills. And as we're about to see in this report by Hussain Dada, the main reasons for that are that, well, there's first of all no shortage of raw materials and there's no shortage of a ready market.
3 unsolved high-profile political assassinations, a blood-stained dismemberment in 1971, ongoing hostilities with India spanning over 6 decades, a series of proxy wars and internal disturbance, and of course, acting as the epicenter of global power politics. It comes as no surprise that Pakistan is a fertile breeding ground for conspiracy theories. The Zionist Indian-American nexus is frequently cited, not only in dining rooms and street corners, but also editorials and academic discourse. Being the sole nuclear power in the Muslim world, it is widely believed that the powers that be want to dispossess Pakistan of its nuclear arsenal. But prime among those theories is the notion that foreign powers are out to dismember Pakistan, a plan for which they allegedly already have a roadmap, literally, where once the spectre of Sindhu Desh, Jinapur and Pakhtunistan loomed, the new bogeyman for conspiracy theorists is a greater Balochistan, carved out of Pakistan's territory. The theory in vogue is that the greater Balochistan would be used both as a base for India and also serve as a launchpad for US attacks against Iran, and also block Chinese access to Gwadar and thus the Gulf. While this has previously been the domain of conspiracy theorists, events have unfolded that may cause a rethink. The Khan of Kalat made the demand for an independent Balochistan. Now theories are likely to emerge about the foreign hand in this latest demand. The web explosion has made it easier to disseminate such theories, but it has also made it equally easy to verify or discredit the same. Hussain Dada, Dawn News.
Okay, and now let's try to process and hopefully digest some of the output being churned out by these conspiracy mills. And joining me to help me do that in the studio right now is Dr. Munis Ahmed, Chairman of the Faculty of International Relations at the University of Karachi. Dr. Ahmed, thank you very much for joining us. Now, Dr. Ahmed, let's take a look at this. Now, this comes close to one of the nightmare scenarios of conspiracy theorists in Pakistan, which is the division of Pakistan into smaller ethnic-based states. Now, taking a look at this or maps that come close to this, how plausible is that scenario? Who in this region would actually benefit from a divided Pakistan?
I think if you see the map, then of course India remains unchanged. So the main beneficiary, and of course Afghanistan will expand. So the two beneficiaries may be India and Afghanistan. But I dispute this map in the first place because I think it is not that easy to venture on and to embark on some sort of division to have a qualitative change in terms of the statecraft and the state structure as far as Pakistan is concerned.
Of course.
It only happens when the country is chaotic, when there are domestic fault lines, then people come up with such theories, conspiracy theories.
Would you say though that that state exists in Pakistan of domestic fault lines?
Yes, there is no question mark as far as Pakistan is concerned.
Let's move away from this map. Let's talk in more general terms here. If we had 4 mini Pakistans, is that a greater danger to India than one united Pakistan, given the destabilization?
India's interest, yes, India's interest, and they have been, since last 20-30 years, they have been saying that it's in the Indian interest to have Pakistan as a country. But what they want, what I have gathered is that a country which is weak, which is not a threat, or which is not a forceful challenge to their political ambitions as far as South Asia is concerned. I don't think it is in anyone's interest to have a map like this. It is not in the American interest, it is not, I don't think it's in the Russian interest or the Chinese interest, or it is in the interest of India.
So in one way, if such a division
It will
were
have
to take place,
it will have a
domino effect
domino
on
effect.
India?
Absolutely.
All right.
It will have a domino effect. Therefore, it is in the Indian interest to have Pakistan as it exists today. But of course, India is also, I mean, when you talk about per se, as far as the Indian strategic thinking is concerned, the Indian establishment is concerned, there are people who would like to see Pakistan, the disappearance of Pakistan as such.
Now coming
From
to
the
that,
map of the world.
Coming to that, now let me play devil's advocate and side with the conspiracy theorists. I mean, look at all the evidence.
Yeah.
We do see that Hamdok Bukti is in Afghanistan, openly calling for succession, saying that he will take aid from anyone willing to give it. There are strong reports raised at the government level of Indian involvement in Balochistan, so much so that it even became a part of the Sharm el-Sheikh declaration. And now we have the Khan of Kalat announcing the formation of a council for independent Balochistan. So given all of that, why shouldn't we allow the conspiracy theorists to connect the dots for us?
Well, the conspiracy theories may come up with more and more of this stuff and all that, but the fact is, what you have talked about Khan of Khalat and the independent Balochistan, I don't think it is that easy, unless there are structural changes in the social system of Balochistan. I don't think that you can have Bukti, you can have Khan of Khalat. I don't think that they will have a smooth sailing in terms of what they call as free Balochistan.
This brings me to my question to you, is that earlier you were talking about internal divisions. Now, let's just be realists about this. I mean, if your enemy's house is on fire, you may as well sprinkle a little petrol on it. So, states do destabilize one another. We've tried to destabilize India. India has tried to destabilize us. Proxy wars have been going on since 1947. They've probably been going on since the Neanderthals and the Cro-Magnons. We don't know about that. But here's the thing. Have we, as a state, do you think, learned these lessons that we so bitterly suffered in, say, 1971, 1983, as you learned? Have we learned the importance of unity? Is it now too late to move in that direction, or do we still have time?
As I said, that the state of Pakistan to a large extent messed up with the situation. I don't think enough lessons have been learned. Had these lessons been learned, then there wouldn't have been, such centrifugal forces still looming large. The problem is that, every state has a core. In case of Pakistan, the core of a state may be Punjab. To what extent Punjab has changed? Let me be very blunt. If we try to analyze these centrifugal forces and the ethnic nationalist movements and these borders and all the way from 1947, there have been military operations. There was a military operation in the then East Pakistan. There was a military operation in Balochistan, in Sindh, in NWFP, but no such military operation as far as Punjab is concerned. That raises a big question. So, Punjab versus the rest. Islamabad must change its approach. Islamabad must try to use more soft power, and that will bring change, qualitative change, and will marginalize all such forces who, according to various conspiracy theories, they want to change the map of Pakistan.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very, very much, Dr. Ahmed. And that was Dr. Munis Ahmed, international relations expert. And hopefully, if we do as a nation move in those directions, then, well, inshallah, we'll be around to celebrate many, many more Independence Days after this one. Time now for a short break. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at Baitullah Masood and the conspiracy theories surrounding him. Stay tuned.